let's talk about some content creators being not being what they are. You covered one of them today. That there's some, we'll say, behind the scenes drama that I just let go. I just went ahead and let go because you know why, Drex? Drex, what do I hate? Drama.
You hate drama. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like people who didn't like us, do we fucking care ever?
Yeah. Even so, here's what's crazy, Nick. I told Jeff how we met because he's like, "Well, how did you guys meet?" So I give Jeff the story of how we came to be, right?
Yeah, you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. You hurt my street cred. I had big muscles back then. Leave me alone. Yeah. Let's keep this ambiguous because that's fun. You know, your little discussion about that we talked about earlier, little clip, right? Where Kurt, my man Kurt, is being an absolute bro and has been this entire time to all the banning. No shortage of support from Kurt, but one of the people on the panel there had invited me somewhere, and then when it looked like I might go, there was some tension, we'll say, and I did not go for completely unrelated reasons because I would have gone anyway. But let's just say if I would have showed up, people would not have been happy about that, despite my very, very, very fucking neutral take on all of the drama that was going on at the time. That was apparently too much. I think people can figure out what I'm talking about.
Well, you're very controversial, so you know.
But even after that, on some other streams where I appeared with this person, I said, no drama from me, no drama on my side. I'm all good. Everything's cool. But apparently that might not have been reciprocally true, we'll say. But, you know, some people just don't have the courage to say it, I guess, until they think you're gone. No, but listen, like you guys know me. I don't want to fucking have drama. I don't care. People will do what they do and say what they say, and I will ignore it for a really, really, really fucking long time because it's fine. Like I'm an interesting commodity. I'm abrasive and offensive. But what I don't do is I don't smoke people until they smoke me. And you know, I had not even seen that clip that we're talking about here. I had not seen that clip. I didn't even look. I didn't care. And I gave blanket statements about everybody who, you know, everybody was really supportive. And then I called out people very specifically that I knew were supportive that I could think of. But, you know, like after seeing that clip, I was like, you know, that's kind of some bullshit. Like that's just fucking kind of some bullshit. Because I don't recall ever saying a cross or negative word about either of the people on that stream at all, ever.
Yeah, there's no reason for that at all.
And I was very surprised to see that. Like, but you know, that's how some people are, and it's too bad. But man, I don't know. It would have almost been interesting. I probably won't now, but it would have almost been interesting to invite them onto a stream in the future to just like completely neutrally, like some trial stream or whatever, and see if they would have come on. And that would have been interesting, but fuck that. I don't need to worry about it anymore. But it was pretty breaded, pretty much bullshit to see that. So again,
you know what you need? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I know what your problem is.
I don't have a problem.
You need less Jesus. You need less Jesus in your life to smoke these motherfuckers out here, because you know I am. Look, I'm be out in these streets, man. You need to stop forgiving people and being nice. Look, Nick, come at these motherfuckers full force. I'm out here. Look, Nick, I wish the laws weren't as bad as they were, because I would just start whooping people's asses, man. That's the world I want to live in. Like, I want to live in a world where like you are going to be held accountable for what you say and what you do. When you start doing shit that I believe is disloyal, I don't tolerate disloyalty. Nick, you made these people. Where would they be? Oh, really? Where would they be?
He's telling the
He's not going to
truth.
say anything, Drex. You know he's not going to take credit or say.
No,
anything.
I mean, I'm not denying anything. Like I don't know. Like again, the whole thing. I think I've said a lot, actually. I think I've said quite a bit just now. But that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. I'm out here, and when I thought that my words could get some people into some hot shit, I extracted myself from the community. I was like, nobody needs to apologize or own anything that I do ever, right? Like no one's responsible for what I say, and I don't want anybody to do that. I don't want some like organization to be at risk, because I think that's super gay. But no, it was like so I extracted myself. But you know, like if people want to be, if people want to have things to say about me, that's fine. But I've never said anything negative about any of them. Even when one of them pulled some extreme bullshit, in my opinion, I was very tame in my thing, even apologetic in my criticism, and saying, oh yeah. When I don't know if you know about this drama, but when during the Johnny Depp trial, there was a moment where a DUI guy was in the courtroom.
Remember that.
Yeah. And so I did a stream, because what happened in the aftermath, the whole, he's not welcome, blah, 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 blah. I thought that was all kind of bullshit. And so I just said, this is a problem with communities. This is a problem with people making communities, and then those communities becoming something. It's like, you can't do this. You don't own this thing unless people all consent to being owned by it or whatever. And I gave a very neutral pitch, and even said some things like, you know what, I don't think anything was malicious here. I think it was maybe a bad look, but things are fine. And I tried to give people the benefit of the doubt and allow for redemption, because you know me, too much Jesus or whatever.
You got way too much, fam. I'm trying to take that Jesus out of you. I'm trying to take some Jesus out of you. I mean, I may need
your
some.
hands away from my orifices. Personally, I think we should all stand for a principle that literally stop fucking banning people should be just a basic idea that isn't hard to deal with. And the whole, I don't know if he's kicked off the internet, but just YouTube has a right to, no, fucking stop it. Like just fucking stop that shit.
The idea that if it was mass flagging, I don't know what the mass flagging was for. I haven't been paying attention to his channel for a bit, so I don't know what kind of
create content. I said this on my show earlier this morning. We are on here so much, we don't get a chance to see each other if we're not directly collabing as often as you might think.
Right, exactly. So, I try to pop into people's content every once in a while to see what everybody else is doing, what they're talking about, and see what I can learn from everyone else, quite frankly. But I don't know what he's been talking about on his channel, so I don't know what the prior strikes are for. I don't know what the mass flagging is for. Personally, the idea of mass flagging feels wrong to me, because it feels like mob rule. And so I don't like that, because I do feel strongly about the idea that we need to be able to be willing to have all kinds of different voices present in our conversation when we are having open and honest dialogue. So being willing to be uncomfortable and offended, quite frankly, so that you can arrive at the truth. Sometimes the truth is offensive. We know this as lawyers.
Nick only called me like 30 or 50 names that I heard of. So, I mean, I don't know.
No.
Nick is his own character.
Yeah.
Nick is my friend, and I'm going to assume that he's in the right until someone proves to me otherwise, because I, as you guys well know, see YouTube and how they act, and they can act in very sort of, as Rick pointed out, arbitrary and mercurial and robotic ways, I believe was Rick's terminology. And there is that problem. And I also know that Nick himself is generally and genuinely a good person. I've spent some time with him. I've speak to him from time to time. And I know that he is a person who is well informed and has a style that works for him and his audience. Because I mean, you don't get to 500,000 subscribers without it being something that some people appreciate it. And you know, he can be something that's not to everyone's taste. I understand completely, but he should be allowed to be on the internet and have his voice. And we all should, as far as I'm concerned. If you don't like Nick, not watching him is always an option.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna make me defend YouTube.
He should be allowed to be he should be allowed to be there for the people who want to see them. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
Well, you're gonna make me defend YouTube because you say the internet. I don't think Nick's been kicked off the internet, nor should he be. But I mean, YouTube gets to select what it wants to do with its platform. No.
Well, not if Texas has its way, but that's another topic for another time, maybe. And for what it's worth, Rekieta Media is based in Texas, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for that Fifth Circuit opinion.
Well, I reviewed it and I thought it was really, really good, personally.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to work on reasonable minds can differ there, Kurt.
Maybe we'll have a discussion about it sometime.
Okay.